Stella Lee's hands knew how to move before her thoughts could catch up. The knife flicked, turned in the air and landed, a whisper of metal against wood. She didn't count how many times she had done this before. The first time had been on the vast and rolling panoramas of the Atiin's home plain, where the wind carried the scent of dust and the sky stretched wide and empty, broken only by the dark, shifting shapes of other wanderers. The last time, probably on Thunder Junction, where the air tasted of gunpowder and the buildings leaned too far into their own shadows. Stella had never belonged to any one place. When the omen paths split open the sky, she and her people stepped through, trading the familiar wind for the unknown. And yet, Thunder Junction felt like the first real home, not in the warm, belonging way. Stella wasn't foolish enough to expect that, but in the way of movement, of thrill, of pushing the edge just far enough to keep breathing. A place where the sun hit harder, where people spoke in clipped, knowing phrases, and where the dead had their own kind of patience. She found the whip early on, coiled like a snake in a ditch, waiting. Warm metal looped in complex knots, blue thunder licking its edges, the kind of thing that made luck seem like something you could hold. It wrapped itself around her wrist and stayed there, humming. No one had told her to keep it, but no one had dared to take it either. The Slickshot gang was the next step, or maybe the inevitable one. They liked people who knew how to move fast and hit their mark, and Stella had always known both. They gave her jobs, quick hands, a flash of steel, a scam or two that made rich fools a little lighter in the pockets. Selling miracle cures was easy. Angel's blood in a bottle, promises slipping off her tongue like they belonged there. It was just a game, and Stella knew better than to get attached, except Lucy bluff. Lucy had a way of laughing like she had already figured out the punchline and was waiting for the world to catch up. They had sat side by side once, watching the horizon, saying nothing. Stella had thought just for a second that maybe Thunder Junction wasn't so bad. Then Lucy died, and Stella didn't go to the funeral. Commitments, the Slickshot said. A job was a job. And maybe that was true. But when it was done, Stella found herself at Thief's Folly anyway, where the wind whispered names that no one spoke out loud, where the dead stretched out in uneven rows, their stories sinking into the dirt. Lucy's name was carved into a stone that already looked too old, as if the desert had wasted no time in pulling her under. She wasn't alone. The twin necromancers stood a few graves away, arguing in the way only siblings can, sharp, familiar, half-exasperated. Gisa and Geralf Chakani from Innistrad, from another world where death had different rules. They were searching for something. A map, they said, buried beneath bones and regret. It sounded like a mistake, and Stella had always been drawn to mistakes. She watched as they dug, as the ground shifted in ways it shouldn't. The trap triggered before they could stop it, the earth cracking open like a slow exhale. Then came the movement. A monstrous thing, a centipede of stitched-together limbs and gnashing teeth, dragging itself free from the grave's deep belly. There wasn't time to think. The whip snapped in Stella's hand, the knots tightening, blue sparks spitting through the air. The knife flicked, turned, landed. Gisa and Geralf shouted spells that made the air taste like rot. The centipede shrieked, loud enough to rattle ribs, but Stella wasn't afraid. The thrill of it ran through her like a second heartbeat. When it was over, when the thing lay still and the desert had swallowed its screams, the twins dusted themselves off, already talking about the next place, the next grave. Stella didn't move right away. She looked at Lucy's name, traced the letters with a gloved finger. No words came to her, but maybe they weren't needed. She left before sunrise, before the desert could pull her under too. The Slickshots had another job waiting, and Stella never liked standing still.